There's a lot of buzz around e-commerce and Facebook Shopify. I see a lot of people going that direction. It's certainly a more complex setup required. So you can't just launch a campaign, make money off of it, and move on. You have to have customer support. You have to identify good products. You have to have a promotion strategy. You have to have an email marketing strategy. But the great thing is it's completely compliant to all the traffic sources. So you have no headaches of getting your accounts banned or having issues. But you do have to deal with like customer support, refunds, and things like that. Cash flow is going to be a challenge. So that's one big trend that's happening that you hear a lot of people talk about. There's a lot of affiliates doing very well in that, and it'll be around for quite some time. And to bounce off of something I see as a trend on like the pop traffic side of things is traffic sources are starting to make adjustments that help you find the better quality traffic. It's really important to learn your traffic source very well, all of the features, and speak to your representatives at those sources because they're constantly coming out with new things, and if you jump on them first, you'll stay ahead. And there's not been a lot of changes over the last about a year ago. There was not a lot of changes with traffic sources, but the last 6 months you're starting to see new updates constantly, and a lot of them are very good updates. So that's one trend. On the negative side, there's some concerns about Google coming out with new ad block technology into their browsers. There's a lot of uncertainties with that. I don't think pop traffic's going anywhere. I don't think certainly affiliate marketing is not going anywhere. But there's always going to be, big Google or big Facebook. They're always going to throw something that instills a little bit of fear, right? But I don't think there's anything to worry about.
It's hard to say, but definitely when it comes to e-commerce, don't try and do everything. I recommend that you zoom in, go niche specific, because you're gonna be able to see success faster than if you try and do everything. One of the reasons why I'm successful is because I stick to one or two things and we do them super well. Like we stick to AdWords and Google and we don't jump around. Like everyone always says, why don't you do pops? Why don't you do native? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And it's because you cannot be good at everything, Like I really suck at sports, but I'm really good at, helping people, and I'm very good at explaining stuff, and I'm very good at tech stuff because like I'm a natural nerd and I love that stuff. It's like my hobby. So I'm never gonna be good at sports, so I'm not gonna try and be good at it, So same thing for e-com. Don't try to do everything and then you'll be successful. Persistence,
There's always things you can improve. I'm not sure how let's say how easy an affiliate can get into them if they haven't been in the industry. There are many inefficiencies when it comes to how traffic is bought and sold. Like bot traffic, at least for mobile devices, is clearly an issue. It's sometimes priced in, sometimes it's not. Having fewer bots usually will probably correct the price. Then how people interact with each other. I think getting a bit more of an idea about the so-called emotional, like EQ instead of IQ, the emotional side of things, will help people interact better. And that's a personal thing. It's not like an opportunity where you can build a product, but just learning how to be a more social person, even if you're an introvert, will help you a lot. Then, I think that's the two things. One, a very human side of things, and one, a technical side of things.
Well, again, I think it comes down to that, staying on top of the changes, because that's the one constant is change, There'll always be some new traffic source, when mobile really finally took hold. I remember at first when mobile was coming up, it was always the year of mobile. Everybody would say, oh, this is the year of mobile, and the next year it's like, oh no, this is the year of mobile. Well, obviously, at some point we had it because obviously everything's mobile now. But just as an example, what happened with Facebook at the time when they were trying to make that transition over, and everybody was doubting, that Facebook could do it and what was going to happen, and obviously they figured it out. And from nothing, now Facebook is by far the leader in mobile advertising. So I think that we're going to see things like that where we don't know what they are yet, but they'll continue to be new developments like that, and new players that come in, and will create opportunities for new traffic sources for affiliates.
Well, opportunities, obviously, I think we talked about it last year in Berlin. Also, the main keyword of the event was automation. And again, this year it's automation, but I think we're not moving fast enough on automation. I think some people are massively winning right now because they took this seriously. And I think more and more people will go seriously into this. Like Volume just revamped their API. You're coming up with a tracker. Funnelflix just came up with their new API that allows anyone to do anything they want with the tracker. So definitely automation, because there is a lot of money being lost on fraud and like human speed optimization, while machine speed optimization is the winning game. And so I think we will go definitely more and more towards that. E-commerce will be huge as long as Facebook allows us to do what they're allowing us to do now, because of course as affiliates we're pushing always the limits and seeing where they will say stop. But like as long as they don't say stop, like a lot of money will be made there. Also with Nutra, again on Facebook ads, a lot is happening there. The biggest threats I would say is not taking the automation switch fast enough and seriously enough. I think the individual affiliate will have a harder time with the more time passes by. Like no team, no automation on the tracker will really become harder in the upcoming months and years. I think you will need teams, you will need people helping you, and you will need machines helping you, definitely, yeah.
What could pose a problem in some ways is Google at the moment regarding their new ad blocking plans. So I think that could affect the industry as a whole. But I'm sure we will find ways around it with anti-ad blocking software and so on. So I'm sure we will manage that one as well.